Hi, today I want to show you a technique that might save you from a lot of EQing later on. And the idea is to listen to music first. So here's Lorne's Remnants, and the audio is muted, so you don't listen to it, you just see it, because I don't want a big copyright strike. And you can see that this spectrum does not look like it's horizontal at all, because of it's having some slope, and that's normal. And on the spectrum analyzer we can work against it and we can straighten it out. And here we go, we have at 4.5 dB per octave slope, it gets horizontal, that's fine. Let's take a look at bicep glue. It started, and you don't hear it once again, but it really started. And this might be a bit less, like 4 dB, or maybe a bit more, yeah, like 4.3, that's also fine. And then we have Rob Cloud's Transitions, Ben Lucas Poison remix, which I really like, and this has a much steeper slope, so we can go up to 6 dB and there it's going to be fine. And yeah, this is a nice thing. Why is this good? It helps a lot when your speakers are not the best on earth, or if your room is not treated properly. The spectrum analyzer can help you a lot in mixing, so if you have a slope that you want to achieve, then you can look at your analyzer, and if all your levels are fine, then they should adapt to a somewhat horizontal spectrum. And that's a very good thing, so you should trust your ears always, but there's something that helps your ears, and that's your eyes. And I like that my eyes help me. And how does this tilting thing work? So we can tilt any spectrum analyzer that is capable of tilting, of course. And tilting usually happens on around 1000 Hz. As you can see, on 1000 Hz nothing is changing. So let's set up a tilt of 4.5 dB here. This is it. And this way, as you can see, low frequencies are attenuated, high frequencies are boosted. And that's what we want. Because if we work for a slope like this, then to reach the horizontal line, we need less high frequencies and need more low frequencies. So you want to tilt in the opposite direction than your goal. So if I take the sine wave lower here, then I get the horizontal line here, and you can see that these are already on the slope that I want. And we can boost the first one as well. And here we go, we have the opposite slope as here. And if I crank this up to 4.5, then of course the two spectrum analyzers match. Why is this? Why do we need this? Okay, that's a logical question, and that's pretty easy to answer. Take a look at this sine wave. Think of this as a race car. So this has a length, this curve here, and the race car is racing on it. And if we change the frequency of this sine wave, we double it, then the racetrack gets twice as long, and the race car does this twice as long track in the same time. So in the same time duration, it travels twice as much. So the energy the car puts into this race doubles. The same way the energy of your sine wave doubles. If you multiply it by 3, then it triplifies, or I don't know what the word is, but you get the idea. And usually we don't want something like this because of playing a sine wave already between 2 octaves. The energy of the sine wave doubles, so the higher sine wave will sound almost twice as much as the lower one, which is not something you want, so it's not sounding natural. And since it doesn't follow the slope of your mix, it will completely sound off compared to your mix. So what you want to do is to introduce a slope, so into the way your sound is being played. And if the amplitude of your sound follows the slope of your mix, then you won't have to EQ that much, because of your sounds will sit on the mix fine. So this is just an example that here we have a saw wave as a reference, and we have a sine wave here. And as you can see, this sine wave is matching currently the one partial of the saw wave. And if I double the frequency, and on each doubling I halve the amplitude, then we get exactly the next partial from the saw wave. And to show you that this works with any sound, I do the same with a saw wave as well. So here we have the saw wave from before, but I put a saw wave on it, which has all the overtones from the fundamental frequency to the Nyquist. And if I double the frequency, you see that I'm staying inside this loop. So if this was a mix, I would not have to EQ my second saw wave, because of it fits to the mix. It's only the levels that I might change based on taste, and I can use my ears. So I think this is something pretty useful. So now let's take a look at this. This is just a simple sine wave synth without any slope. So we want to go for 4.5 decibel per octaves now, like this. And you can see how the sine wave is raising. And we want to work against this. And it's going to be pretty simple, and we don't need an EQ for this, because of usually you would take an EQ which is not even changing everything linearly. It will just change something above a certain frequency and leave everything as it is above that, and you would maybe need even more EQs to confirm your waveform to a nice loop if, let's say, you play on multiple octaves. And probably that's not what you want to do, and we just build a very simple keyboard tracker. So we will basically keyboard track the amplitude of our waveform, and this is the same for samples, and this could be done anywhere. I think this should be a feature inside every synth, and it would help a lot. So I call this correct, and we take the pitch as input, and we take a dB as input, so this will tell us the slope. And what we are going to do is going to be really something like keyboard tracking. So it is the same kind of, we subtract 60 from the pitch, because of that's how keyboard tracking works, and divide it by 12, because of we are interested in octaves, and as you know, there's 12 notes inside an octave, and simply we are going to multiply this by something, and what we multiply with is going to be the inverse of the decibel. Because of you want to write in what you really want to use, so you will write in -6 dB per octave slope, then this way it's going to be fine. And all we need to do is to convert this from decibel to linear and take the reciprocal of the result. And the output is going to be the correction, like this. So pitch goes there and correction goes into that place. And this way you can write here, let's say, -4.5. And if I play my sine, you can see that on the no slope analyzer it has the -4.5 dB slope, while on the tilted analyzer it's horizontal. And you can even change the waveform. So whatever the slope of your mix is, you set up your synth to take the pitch into account, to modify the volume of the synth based on the pitch, and it's going to work out fine. And you don't have to EQ because of you accidentally use the chord instead of just one single waveform, and you don't have to modify the frequency content of your waveform using an EQ, and you don't have to change phase of frequencies using an EQ, which is not a problem in my opinion, but yeah, you get the idea, I hope, and I hope that this helps. And yeah, if you like this content, then subscribe and leave a comment, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.